Some songs tell a story. 1,000 Years captures a specific feeling. The feeling from fear to absolute certainty. Let's get started. As always, before I get started, this is 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. I have heard this song, and most likely you have too. It was part of the 2011-2012 The Twilight Saga, more specifically, Breaking Dawn Part 2. This became such a massive ballad around the time. So if you've seen any of the Twilight movies, this song was actually made specifically for that one. I wanted to do this because I've forgotten how much I actually love this song. I was watching the TV show Shrinking, and it happened to be on, and it was being played, and I was like, I miss that song. So it's actually been a while since I've heard it. So I thought I would go through, we'd watch the video, and I would kind of discuss what I thought. So let's get started. Again, it's been a while since I've heard this song. In the show Shrinking, he was playing it on the piano, so it was just the main parts, and it was only a brief second. But the piano is absolutely gorgeous. It sets this great tone, and then you've got this background cello that's deeper, and it's giving us this kind of maybe a slight feeling of uncertainty. And I'm sorry to have stopped already. I love how this has already introduced the song. I'm going to go back. Okay. And it's so beautiful. You can hear the piano keys.
Beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall?
Perfect acoustic.
Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer.
All right, before we kick into the main kind of chorus, the way that, again, we start out with this simple piano. I'm pretty sure it is on, it's not on a synth or a keyboard. It's actually on a real piano because I can hear the actual foot pedals clicking. The other thing is that the perfectly tuned acoustic guitar comes in with a great accompaniment. And then we've got this gentle strumming that's kind of leading us through as she's singing these words at a perfect rhythm. It's such a great song. And I'm trying to, because I know that this is based on the video. I'm sorry, the video is based on clips from the movie. So I'm trying to more focus on the music than what I'm seeing here. But it's still great because of this wonderful accompaniment that we get with visuals along with this powerful ballad.
I've died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000
A little bit of chorus on her voice doing those parts. Yeah. Great fade in with the violins, maybe.
Stand still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take.
So for drums, they're using the can't think of the name. It's not a typical drum. It's a typical drum on the snare, but they're not using the typical drumstick. It's a wire mesh that comes out that gives us this nice beat to the drum, but it's not overpowering like if you were to just smash the snare. It's great. It's used in jazz and other slow-paced songs as well. But it's great. You get this double beat, and it's almost it very well accompanies the strumming of the acoustic, because you get this digit, and it almost could be mistaken for the guitar as a double strum, but it's actually as a double beat on the snare. But the way that all this comes in, I mean, we had a great build in the beginning, and then we blast out with the chorus of this full accompaniment with everything. It's so gorgeous. Her voice is absolutely perfect for this. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, okay bands can have great musicians and not great singers, and vice versa. This Christina Perri is a great example of a voice going perfectly in key, and it doesn't even have to be in perfect key. It's just perfect for this style of music and these notes that are being used. It's absolutely breathtaking. Go back just 5 seconds.
I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this.
Gotta slow down. Bass comes in pretty heavy. Pause and break out.
I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
You could hear this song without even having it as a reference from Twilight, and know that it is such an uplifting song, even if you didn't fully listen to the words, just musically, and the way that she carries on these notes. It's such a melodic transformation and sound that is so positive is not the right word. It's just so uplifting. It's an amazing sound. And it's a shame, music I mean, because I wouldn't say this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, because it's not. She's a very well-known artist, as well as all the other bands that are out there that have really great songs. But, there are only a handful of bands that have the capability of creating wonderful, epic songs. And it's very telling of an artist working with the right producers, and in some cases having the right band members to be able to help continue that progression and this wonderful development of music. And it's almost like I wish when I hear this song that I had never heard it before. And there are a lot of songs that are like that I wish I'd never heard before, because it's such a powerful and pleasant song. Musically, it's absolutely perfect in the ear. Everything aligns harmoniously.
And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000
On her other notes, where she ended on 1,000 more, it was always lower. So she didn't come to rise like she did in this one. And part of that has to do with the proper placement of when you should be high pitch or lower pitch, higher tone or lower tone. And we've, throughout the song, as we've been going through this, it's, up and down, up and down. And she's always on 1,000 more, 1,000 more, 1,000 more. And then here, having her go higher makes it such a pinnacle of a song. It's a great choice of arrangement for that. I mean, she could have gone down, but it wouldn't have portrayed that same amount of emotion that we get when she goes up. I'm just going to go back because it's great. And she continues to lead on with it. That was a little too. Here we go. So now we're going up. Got the great piano on the left ear. It's kind of panning. Actually, no. We have the main piano left ear. We have some, and it's slightly in the back. And then we've got the accompanying synth in the background across both ears. So you really get to make out this simple melodic piano solo, so to speak, that just, again, accompanies this so well. Great lull in the song. Perfect.
I've died every day waiting for you.
Peel back all other instruments.
Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000.
Still have piano, synth slowly in. So that's a great build. I talk about this in other songs. It's so simple, but you create this separation, right? Because if you've got a really good beat, whether it's a fast song or a slow song like this, you've got this accompaniment that's, slowly moving you along. And if you were just to immediately kind of flow into a chorus or a higher portion of this song, that's got more energy behind it, it's not going to be as compounding as if you break it up like this. We have our ebbs and flows as we're going through, then we kind of really come low, quiet down, and then just really smash it out of the park, coming in with this epic energy in the song. It becomes such a stronger emotional characteristic in the music. It just makes you, for me, it just feels like this weight is just lifting off of me. Whereas if they didn't do that, it wouldn't be as powerful. I got to go back because I absolutely love that. And we do have a little bit of the piano in with the acoustic guitar, but we basically strummed out everything else, and it'll slowly start to fade in the bass, and eventually, of course, the drums. Yeah. Beautiful violins. So I like that. We end on, they could have gone down several octaves in the note pattern to fade this out, but they actually went low and then they went high. So they went low here. They went higher, so we're leaving on this high note. And such a positive outcome of the music. It's such a beautiful song. I wanted to just go through the words real quick. I didn't point it out going through this, not that it's a huge deal. But I started this out with stating that, this is one of those songs that kind of takes us from fear into an absolute certainty. And even we get 1,000 years brought in. It's after we're looking at the end of the second, or the middle of the second part of the opening for this. So, we start out simple. Heart beats fast. Colors and promises. how to be brave. How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Meaning, how can we, in order to fall in love and feel love, you have to be open. You have to be susceptible to things in the end possibly not going right. So how can you, if you're so fearful of falling, how can you even be open to the consideration of love and opening yourself up? So it's a great, poignant question. But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. So obviously seeing this person, again, I know it's written specifically for the song, but you've got to think about, and I don't know the process that was taken with this particular soundtrack, if Christina was able to see different parts of the movie before it was released. So if it was, that's great. But you got to think, even if she could, she's still dealing with 2 hours of footage and trying to extrapolate a song that would be meaningful in a certain part of this movie. She's got to have the ability to recognize what notes and what sounds are going to be great to convey this feeling that needs to go across this emotional spectrum of this movie. How can I help portray the movie and really hit hard some of the things that it's trying to drive home with these points and when the song will be playing? So there's a lot of talent that goes into that, and being able to just, again, extrapolate. How can I fall in love when, how can I find love when I'm afraid to fall? And just being able to see you standing there gives me the strength, and all of that fear and worry slowly fades away. Statement of, we're one step closer. And then it starts out in the second verse, I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. So I've died every day waiting for you. It's almost like that we're, trying to understand this eternal aching that they've longed for so long, and even if they've got to overcome battles that they've had to internally to be open to love, as indicated in the previous line. Just knowing that they've died every day waiting for you is such a significant statement of somebody's dedication to this person. I mean, they're spilling out the heart, saying that I've died for you every day waiting for you, and not to be afraid. And this could be taken, that's the great thing about these lyrics, it could be taken from either perspective. This could be from her perspective, or it could be his. He's being supportive by saying, he's again waited every day, died every day waiting for them, and darling, just to not be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. There's no need to be fearful in falling, because I've relived this life 1,000 times, and this is going to work out. The third verse of this is, time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. Again, I won't read through all the words, but I highly suggest you go through and read them all, because this is just so confounding. It's a beautiful story. We've gone from fear, again, to this absolute certainty that this road, this path, this instance, relationship is everlasting. And all along, I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years, and I'll love you for 1,000 more. Just, if there's ever a moment in your day that's just not going the way that you want it to, whether it be anger, frustration, sadness, I would suggest listening to this song. This is one of those few songs, at least for me, that is so uplifting. But it's not, there's a difference between an upbeat and uplifting song, or an upbeat, uplifting song, versus I wouldn't call this melancholic, but it's subtle, yet it's still got so much energy and so uplifting that it's something that I would recommend listening to because the story behind it is great. The words behind it are great. The music that accompanies it is just wonderful. I'm rambling at this point, but from the moment I heard this song, I was like, this is someone who has talent and a great ear, and I just appreciate that. Hopefully, you enjoyed watching this. Maybe this brought this song back into your life if you had forgotten about it or it had been a while since you listened to it. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Thank you so much for watching Melodic Logic. Till next time, take care.